I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
In a controversial appearance at the National Association of Black Journalists, the NABJ convention, former President Donald Trump stirred up tension with remarks about Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity. Trump's comments have sparked outrage and confusion, as he suggested Harris had switched racial identities from Indian to black, questioning her heritage and understanding of her own identity.
So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Kamala Harris, the daughter of an Indian mother and a Jamaican father, is the first Black American and the first South Asian American to be elected vice president. Her official White House profile celebrates her unique heritage, and in her 2019 memoir, she emphasized her mother's understanding that society would see her daughters as black, instilling in them pride in their black identity.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
Trump's invitation to speak at the NABJ event was controversial, leading to the resignation of co-chair Karen Atiyah in protest. His appearance was contentious from the outset, as he was questioned by black journalists about his past incendiary comments regarding race. When asked why black Americans should support him, Trump responded by attacking the journalists.
I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you
I have
believe that
answered the
black voters
question.
should trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
Originally slated to last an hour, the session was cut short, ending after just over 30 minutes. Notably, Vice President Kamala Harris had been invited to speak at the convention as well. However, due to scheduling conflicts, Harris offered to make a virtual appearance instead of attending in person. The NABJ ultimately declined this offer, which some saw as a missed opportunity for a broader dialogue.
I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense, and then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming.
Following the event, the Harris campaign released a statement that did not directly address Trump's remarks about Harris's racial identity. Instead, it condemned Trump's divisive rhetoric, stating, Trump lobbed personal attacks and insults at black journalists the same way he did throughout his presidency, while he failed black families and left the entire country digging out of the ditch he left us in. The statement highlighted the chaos and division Trump has sown, emphasizing his inability to unite the country.
What he just said, what you just read out to me, is repulsive, it's insulting, and no one has any right to tell someone who they are, how they identify. That is no one's right.
This isn't the first time Trump has questioned the backgrounds of his black opponents. He previously promoted conspiracy theories about former President Barack Obama's nationality, a tactic that many see as part of a broader pattern of undermining the legitimacy of black leaders.
Perhaps it's going to say Hawaii. Perhaps it's going to say Kenya.
Obviously, we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, seriously, just recently, in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice, you fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
As the election campaign intensifies, Trump's comments at the NABJ convention underscore the persistent challenges of race and identity in American politics. Kamala Harris, meanwhile, continues to advocate for unity and equality, demonstrating resilience in the face of ongoing racist and sexist attacks.